Assalamu alaikum. Hello and warm welcome to all of you. Dear students, today I am here with the second part of political science chapter number 4, electoral politics. Friends, in the previous lecture we had discussed definition of election, why do we need election, and what makes an election democratic. So as I told you, election is a mechanism by which people can choose their representative at regular intervals and change them whenever they want to is called an election. Today we are going to discuss, is it good to have political competition? Students, elections are all about political competition. Many parties, many candidates are contesting an election. But at the time of result, from one constituency, one candidate is elected and rest of the other, they are defeated in the election. So we can say that elections are all about political competition. One is winning, so other one losing. This competition takes various form. At the constituency level, it takes the form of competition among several candidates. For example, 543 total parliament seats for the Lok Sabha in our country. For Lok Sabha election, 543 seats are there, and Bharuch constituency is one of them. So at the time of Lok Sabha election, candidate of different political party as well as some independent candidate also contesting election. Suppose 10 candidate contesting election for Bharuch constituency. Out of these 10, only one candidate is able to win the election. So we can say that elections are all about political competition. Now I would like to discuss the merits, advantages, benefit of political competition. First, political leaders are rewarded for serving people and punished for not doing so. Here we are discussing, is it good to have political competition? So, first merits for political competition is there. Political leaders are rewarded for serving people. For example, Mr. X is selected from Bharuch constituency. So during his terms of 5 years, he is working for the people, he is serving to the people. In this way, in next election, he has chance to re-elected because of his services towards people. So, political leaders are rewarded for their services to the people, and they are punished for not working for the people, not serving the people. If they are serving the people, in next election, people will get another chance to the person. But if he is not working for the people, not serving to the people, so people punish the candidate by not electing him in next election. Number 2, regular electoral competition provide incentives to political parties and leaders. If regularly elections are held, so it provides this political competition, provide incentives to political parties and leaders. If they are not listening, if they are not taking any incentives for the benefit of the people, so they fear that they might lose the election. So second merits for political competition is that regular electoral competition provide incentive to political parties and leaders. Number 3, political parties know that if they raise issues that people want to be raised, their popularity and chances of winning the election will increase. If political parties are supporting the issues raised by the people, their popularity will increase among the people. Even when their popularity increase among the people, it will also increase the chances of winning election for political party. On the contrary, if they fail to satisfy the voters with their work, they will not be able to win again. If they are not supporting the issues raised by the people, they are not working in the interest of the people, in next election, people will change them. So we can say that political parties who supporting the issues of the people, their popularity increase. Even the chances of winning election in next time also increase. So here we are discussing the merits of political competition. Number 4, political competition forces party and leaders to serve the people. Party, those who are working for the people, who are serving the people, their popularity increase, and with that the chances of winning election also increase. So here you have to keep in mind, if a political party is motivated only by the desire to be in power, despite that, it will be forced to serve the people. They are forced to serve the people with the desire to be remain in power in next election. So these are the points which are suggesting that political competition is good for the democracy. Dear students, every coin has two sides. So there are some merits. On the other hand, there are some demerits also of political competition. Number 1, political competition creates sense of disunity and factionalism in society. Sense of disunity and factionalism in society. It divides the people into part, because in society different people are living. So one group is supporting X party, other group supporting Y party, third group supporting Z party. This way political competition create sense of disunity and factionalism divides society into part. So that is the first demerit, disadvantage of political competition. Number 2, allegation against each other. Parties and candidates often use dirty tricks to win election, and that's why they put allegation against each other with the purpose of winning election. So second demerit of political competition is parties and leaders put allegation against each other to win the election. Number 3, parties and candidates are often using dirty tricks to win the election. In election, some parties are using money power, muscle power. Even you have heard about boot capturing on the day of election. So these all are the dirty tricks to win the election. So we can say that It is the demerit of political competition. Political competition also not allowed to formulate sensible long-term policies. Here you have to keep in mind that because of the system of election, all the parties and leaders, they had feared to lose the election. In such situation, parties and leaders, they are not in position to formulate the policy for long term. So these are the merits and demerits of political competition. In next lecture, we will discuss the system of election in India. Hope everything is clear to you. Thank you very much for your cooperation. Allah Hafiz.